This video segment describes the materials and flow of activities for your JAR Families JA in a Day.
Today we're going to have a lot of fun and we're going to talk about families.
As class begins, greet students and share your name, your job, and why you decided to volunteer to teach this class. Explain to students that today they will learn about families and the people who start businesses in their neighborhoods. Use either the printed or digital JAR Families poster, illustrated vocabulary cards, and volunteer guide talking points to lead a discussion about family and neighborhood. Be aware that students may share family situations that are different from your experience. You may hear examples of traditional, single parent, blended, foster, grandparent families, and more. Some students can be very open and share details that may surprise you. No matter the situation shared, please be supportive, accept all answers, and acknowledge that families, customs, and traditions can vary. The main activity for this session is a picture book. Students are just beginning to learn to read, and you'll probably notice a wide ability level.
This is a picture book about my neighborhood.
As you read the pages aloud, have the students follow along. Distribute the picture books and sticker sheets and have students write their name on page 1. As you read each page, ask the students to complete the fill-in-the-blank sentences and place the correct sticker. We suggest that you walk around the classroom to ensure students stay on the right page and to encourage them not to worry about misspelled words. At this age, just keeping the letters in the space provided can be a challenge for some students. After completing their picture books, remind the class that the people and businesses in their neighborhood make life better for their families. As you transition to Session 2, define need and want using the vocabulary flashcards and complete the Our Wants and Needs charts with the students. Use the talking points found in your volunteer guide to enhance your discussion. Next, tell students that you're going to show them several pictures and ask them to tell you if the picture is a want or a need. Then introduce the term money by using the talking points in your guide and use the digital vocabulary cards or tape the flashcard to the center of the wants and needs chart. Let students know that now you're going to play a fun game. Students should be seated in pairs or in small groups before you explain how to play. Display the needs and wants game board and read the instructions aloud. Trace the start to finish path students will take as they play. Point to the up and down arrows and also demonstrate how to flip the coin. Distribute one junior journal to each student group and ask them to turn to page 4. Also pass out the bags of game pieces you prepared before class. Once students begin gameplay, walk around the room and monitor their progress. Allow about 8 to 10 minutes to play. At this point, you'll have been teaching about an hour or so it may be a good time for a stretch break. Ask the student and teachers if a short 5-minute break would be helpful. If so, allow students to stand beside their desk to shake out and stretch. In the next topic, businesses all around the neighborhood, students learn that the needs and wants of people in a neighborhood create an opportunity for entrepreneurs to start businesses. Present the entrepreneur vocabulary flashcard and use the talking points in your guide to explain the word. Tell students that you have a special treat for them today. Open and hold up the floor map and the toy car. Follow the activity steps as listed in your guide and ask the students to sit in a circle in an open space in the classroom, leaving room in the middle for the floor map. Point out the symbols on the map and review the talking points. Use the toy car to travel to different businesses found on the map. Then hold up a business symbol card and explain that there are 10 cards with symbols not shown on the map and that you need help in placing them. Present the vocabulary cards for goods and services. Then ask student volunteers to help identify and place the new businesses on the floor map. After placing all businesses, ask students to return to their seats. Explain that they will now place businesses on their own maps. Ask a couple of students to help distribute the business map sheets and the map symbol sticker sheets. Allow about 5 minutes for students to complete this activity. Next, move on to talking about jobs all around the neighborhood, identifying the jobs people do, and analyzing individual skills to determine ways that students can support their family members. Begin by sharing a personal story or an experience from your first job as you discuss the vocabulary words for this session. Next, tell students that they will play a fun guessing game about the different jobs people do. Remind them to listen carefully and follow directions. Ask for a student volunteer to help you start the activity. Hold or have the student hold one of the job cards over his or her head with the picture facing the class. Or you might choose to use the digital job cards. Just remember, the student should not see the job. Tell the class that they're going to offer 3 clues to the student to help him or her guess the job on the card.
Leo does not know what the job is. You all do. Okay? And we're going to give him clues.
And tell the volunteer that he or she should not guess the job until all 3 clues have been given. Ask the class to raise their hands if they would like to offer a clue to the volunteer, and remind them that the clue should not include the job name. Note that there are sample clues on the back of the card if the students need help. Once the student correctly guesses the job, he or she should sit down. Choose other student volunteers for the remaining cards. Then distribute the junior journals and give students about 5 minutes to draw a picture that shows them doing a job to help their family. Share some of the example jobs provided in the volunteer guide or add your own. Let students know that the last topic for the day is a new business, and they will get to think like entrepreneurs to help advertise a new business needed in the neighborhood. First, use the talking points found in your volunteer guide to discuss businesses in their neighborhood. Review the 10 business symbol cards from Session 3 and ask the students to remember what each symbol represents. Afterward, follow the steps in your volunteer guide to introduce a problem that could be solved by a new business in the neighborhood. You'll describe this new business and provide a name for it. Have the students suggest other names for this new business. Then have the students turn to the back cover of their junior journal. They'll color a picture to help advertise the new business. Students will complete the picture by solving the math problems and using the color key on the page. Give them about 8 or 9 minutes to complete their work. Walk around the room to assist students who may struggle with the math problems. It's a good idea to ask the teacher to assist as well. In the last few minutes of your time with students, review some of the topics and activities you completed today and ask them what they learned and enjoyed the most. Congratulate the students for doing good work and let them know that you enjoyed your time with them. Students are now ready to graduate. Call them up one at a time to receive their certificate and have the other students applaud. Teach them to shake your hand with their right hand and accept the certificate with their left. This concludes the JA in a Day, JAR Families Volunteer Resource video. Thank you for being a Junior Achievement volunteer. We hope you'll want to teach another class very soon.